first and 10. Right to the air is Prescott. And he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. The defense with a statement on the game's first play.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's into the hands of the veteran Cooks. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Devin Lloyd.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw right away. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Lawrence to throw for it on 4th down. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Jacksonville.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on fourth down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout.
All right now.
Hold up, what you saying? Look up, you ain't hitting no more. Fix up with a bang. Got drip when they hit that door. You did it on me. Baby, it's me. Chevy go up, down. You can bounce with me. Make it cutting, I got a deed to the house. And the less of the if you tryna do something, you gotta lead with the bounce.
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in me, she just made a big. I got rolling over, speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my this say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures of it.
Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries for the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, they see no way, Yeah. It's eyes on the prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause bro recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tied up ties on the industry advice. I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky. We lit in real life, we don't pay to be verified. We just manifest, lay and grind on the rise. We defy the odds like it's nothing, time after time. God bless this eternal shine, yeah. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries to the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She racing to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, they see no way. Eyes on the prize just to see how far I go. Yeah. Shooting star, yeah. All over the globe. Hard work, all I ever know. So nobody could tell me I'm not wet my way and go. Yeah, I'm in my zone, yeah, through this microphone. The way they looking at me like they seen a UFO. Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission.
mission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget it, we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen.
Something new. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Snitches wanna try, snitches wanna lie, the snitches wonder why, snitches wanna die. All I know is pain, all I feel is rain. How can I maintain with madness on my brain? I resort to moving silence like you don't know what I style is. New York, the wildest. My dogs is with it. You want it? Come and get it. Took it, then we split it. Damn right we did it. What you gon' do when we run up on you? Messing with the wrong crew. Don't know what we going through. I'ma have to show how easily we. Let me find out there's some more that's running with Joe. Nothing we can't handle. Break it up and dismantle. Light it up like a candle. Just cause I can't stand you. Put my on tapes like you busting grapes. Think you holding weight and you haven't met the apes. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Yo, it's y'all people crazy? Be swayzy, stop acting like a baby. Mind your business, lady. Nosy people get it too. When you see me spit at you, you know I'm trying to get rid of you. Yeah, I know it's pitiful. That's how get down. Watch my get round. Make you suckers kiss ground. Just for talking. Oh, you think it's funny? Then you don't know me, money. It's about to get ugly. Whatever, dog, I'm hungry. I guess you know what that means. Come up off that ravine. Don't make it a scene. Give a dog a bone. Leave a dog alone. Let a dog roam and he'll find his way home. Home of the brave. My home is the cave. And yo, I'm a slave to my home is the grave. I'ma pull papers. It's all about the papers. Caught the papers and now they wanna. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop. Oh, no, that's how Rough Riders roll. Man, look what you done started. Act written, you got it. Had it, should've shot it. Now you're dealing departed. Get at me, dog, gonna rip. This one here, I flip. No, when I kick, gonna be some slick. What would that look for when I walked in the door? Oh, you thought you was raw? Cause now you on the floor. Wishing you never saw me walk through that door. With that. Now it's time for bed. 2 more today. Got the floor. Yeah, that. Another unsolved mystery. It's going down in history. They never did to me. Can't get to me. Got to make a move. Got a point to prove. Gotta make them prove. Got them all like ooh. So to the next time you hear this dog rhyme, try to keep your mind on get prime. Stop, drop, shut them down, open up shop.
Hey, it's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good luck. You're on your own.
Guess who's back? Back again. She's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
shirt, lyrical technician, an electrician, y'all light work. And I don't gotta play pretend, it's you I make believe. And you know I'm here to stay, cause me, if I was to ever take a leave, it would be as friend to break a feed. If I was to ask for Megan D Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back like abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bro. Now back in the days of old me, right around the time I became ate some as a way of coping. Take the case of turned me into smiley face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will an 8-year-old indeed with a participation trophy. Plus I have zero doubts that this whole world's bound to turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship bureau's out. So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted, mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed, yeah, it's just like y'all have been like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when you debate who the best, but I'm some white. I step up to that mic, cock it then. Oh my God, attention, not again. Abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bro. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bro. Break it down. Sometimes I wonder what the old me say. If what? If he could see the way it is today, he'd probably say that everything is gay. What's my name? What's my name? So how many little kids still wanna act like me? I'm a bigger than cacti bee, and that's why these words sting just like you were being attacked by bees in the coop, leaning back my seat. Open R. Kelly's favorite group, the black guy. In my Air Max 90s, white tees, walking parental advisory. My transgender cat Siamese identifies as black but acts Chinese. Like a hacky sack got treat the whole world cause I got it at my feet. How can I explain to you that even myself I'm a danger to? I hop on tracks like a kangaroo and say a few things that to the anger you. Dad, if I think that, I'ma say that. Cancel me, what? Okay, that's it. Go ahead, Paul. Quit, snake. You male cross-dresser, fake. And I'll probably get for that, but you can all. In fact, them, Dre, Jimmy, me, you, my own kids, the brass. They can off, them and you off, you two off, got two biggest root paws. What you thought you saw ain't what you saw, cause you're never gonna see me caught sleeping, see the kidnapping, never did happen. Like Sherry Papini, Harry Houdini, I vanish into the thin air as I'm leaving like abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bro. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bro.
Flip mode. 9-7. Bust a bus. Hot. Check it out. Hit you with no delay.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Not a kicker or a puncher here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're off from Arrowhead. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Watson's going to come out throwing. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Back to the air, Watson. Intended for Judy, but it's intercepted. And the Chiefs force the turnover on the first series of this game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. This throw is cut. And this is down all the way to the 3. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Pacheco. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get it out of the way, big time.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
Sticking to the air with Watson. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd down. Watson throwing again. It's complete to Ford. 3 inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position.
Touchdown, Cleveland! Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, They really want their chance, and they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Ooh, I think somebody might be due for a lesson in ball security, partner.
You think so?
just a little bit, because a couple of points potentially that just slipped right out of his arms there.
Coaches never want to see a fumble, but especially when there are 2 points on the line. You get the rock on 2-point play, it better be locked down tighter than Fort Knox. Nothing should knock it out.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow.
The give to Pacheco to start the drive. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Fight on these two.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Loss of 10 yards. Brings up 4th down.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of 1. We've got a close one here. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They've got 4th down, so we should see the punt team on to send it away. He's going deep this time. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And the Browns will be on the doorstep of the end zone as he is stopped just short of a pick 6.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Got it off that interception, Brock. Let's see if they can pay that off with points. Here's 1st and goal. He tries to sneak it, and he gets it on the sneak. Touchdown! The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Deshaun Watson with the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. The fact that they pulled that out on a 1st and goal, Brock, didn't wait for a later down. Gotta imagine that played a part in its success, don't you?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. It sure did, and I would have loved to seen those eyes in the huddle, right? When you call QB sneak and you look at those guys in the huddle, the big guys in particular, many times they will tell you with their body language, we're ready to go, and that group certainly was.
The Browns keeping the offense out on the football field. They want 2 here. He's throwing for it. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
That is a gold star effort by the defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, that's a win-win.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Mecole Hardman now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Back to throw Mahomes. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. A quick 3 plays, Brock, and we have arrived at 4th down just like that as he comes through with some contact to break up what looked like a catch.
Hey, guess what, Kate? These guys aren't getting paid by the down defensively. They want to get themselves off the field in as few snaps as possible, and there was no way they were letting this drive extend beyond a 3 and out.
That's complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Kansas City! The Chiefs take a 2nd quarter lead. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Reed now to kick this one away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this. He loses it on the hit. And they steal it back on the return. And he will take it back. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs push this to an 8-point game. Not exactly the big play that these reworked kickoffs were designed to promote, Brock, but hey, excitement's excitement, right? And it is hard to beat the old scoop and score.
Don't tell that kicking team that wasn't a big play. This is what they work on all week long, Kate. Yep. This is how they become special as a special teams unit to punch it out and take it back to the house.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Chooses to bring this one out. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. It's the Browns. Behind the sticks on 2nd and 11. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Watson now. Moore's got it. 40. Into the red zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns make it a 1-score game before halftime. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Now the Browns lining up for another two-point conversion try. Here's Watson to the air. And he makes the catch in the end zone. And that two-point try trims the deficit to 1. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. But same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Watson. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. First and 10 from the 41.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes now. Searching. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know those elite zone defenses in basketball, Kate, it just feels like they're everywhere, clogging up every passing lane. This quarterback, well, he felt the same thing when he dropped back. Nowhere to go but for a sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Taking a deep shot here. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. He's looking deep once again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Watson. Launches one deep downfield. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs put together a wonderful return. Gets them back in inside the 40 following the interception.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Getting out to his left. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Hardman with a return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost and the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And it sets up second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Pressure coming from Mahomes. He put everything he had into this one. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Second half's going to start with a run by Chubb. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper. Shredding the slopes. Or a dude shredding a defense just like that.
And they'll get him down at the 7-yard line. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. Chubb. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Chubb trying to run his way in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Browns push their lead further to start the half. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. And the Browns going for 2 once again. From the gun, Watson. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
Hardman with a return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes. That's caught for the 1st. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Here's Ford on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Watson. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Watson. Dumped off to his running back. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Browns a 1st. They give inside to Chubb. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. Again, it's Chubb. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. On 3rd down, they'll go with Chubb. And this defense continuing to erase the ground game. This one stopped at the line. Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Looking to throw. He connects downfield on 4. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. David Njoku, the touchdown. PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns push the lead up to 12.
Broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G. I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in it, she just made a big. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I release my soul, now they taking pictures.
Eyes on the prize, it's my last soda. 5:45, got the lights on us. Fries to the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. Keep coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipes. She racing to me like an athlete. She took with the G's, then she know it. can't live life in disguise. Cause bro, recognize I ain't gotta compromise.
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from US Bank Stadium. From his own end zone, here we go. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. Running left side by Jefferson. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Madden stopped by Alex Highsmith.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 after 27-yard line.
2nd and 8. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Darnold. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. He was looking for TJ Hawkinson. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
2nd down carry for Jones. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward. They made it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. To throw, here's Darnold. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in position. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs.
The quarterback's so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential first down.
Austin's there to haul it in. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That was Stephon Gilmore stopping that play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
First and 10, give to Harris. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Shaq Griffin finishing that play off. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground with Harris. Into the 2nd level past the 30. And his gain is stopped on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. So through 1, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Couple of zeros on the board right now. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. That's Harrison Phillips there for the stop. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
So now they're going to throw with Wilson. It's caught at the 4. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Harris can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Rolling left, binds, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Russell Wilson with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Now Boswell on to send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Darnold looking to throw. He's loaded another one up. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers have it at the 24-yard line. That is one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. It's too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
You know, Kate, when I see throws like this, I see images of Bo Jackson back in the day. As a Kansas City Royal throwing Harold Reynolds out from the warning track. 300 feet in the air. He hummed that piece.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Vikings will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception. Well, they have the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception and give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just...
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
They'll start the drive with... Oh, he lost the football. Oh, he gets it back. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Well, that is not how you make the most of an opportunity when your defense gives you the football back. But the good news is, Brock, at least they get another shot.
Yeah, when you're running on the field, you feel the joy of that defense, right? They just got you a possession. They're giving you an opportunity. And thankfully, they saved the day by at least jumping on the ball.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
This is Harris on 2nd down. We're cobbled together a yard there. Play brought to an end by Jonathan Grenard. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves them with 3rd and 2. Started a little slow, but we've arrived at the 2-minute warning. The Steelers with the football. Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. Wilson now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Offense in the hurry up here. From the gun, they go with Harris. Juke the defender. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Working quickly here. Wilson with it on 1st. This finds Austin complete. And he'll be out of bounds just a yard or 2 short of that 25. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Taking the handoff, now Wilson. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, not like this, an interception ends that drive. Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. Well, no doubt was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up second down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Running back, motioning right. Throwing on third and long. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They're now set for 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. He beams one deep right side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Minnesota spends its second time out here. First down, ball at the 36. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 20. 16 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Warren once more. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Dicker connects there. And our first half ends with 3 points. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. And that kick is going to go out of bounds, and you know what that means. That ball's headed to the 40. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First and 10 for him now, following the penalty. Russ now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. A run for Warren here to start the third. He breaks the tackle. And looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Shaq Griffin finishing that play off. From the 42. Catch made by Austin. And they bring him down around the 34. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Going to Harris to start the half. Breaks the tackle, still going. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. After the run, though, we see he's in some visible pain out there. No doubt from that big hit he took. Trainers have to look at him now. All right, here we go. Second down. They motion the slot man right. They'll run now on second down. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide, or when they use him as a runner, if someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
It's Warren on third down. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a Steelers first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down, and they go right back to him. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time to step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Warren is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers take a 3-possession lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Able to find Hawkinson. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 2. Grabbed by Jordan Addison. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10.
Working inside the red zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings start the second half with some needed points. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Reichard there to tack on the extra points. And the Vikings cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Cordero Patterson now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's got, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. Here he is on 3rd and long. And he brings this one in, but does so out of bounds. The throw just took him too close to the boundary. We've got 4th down.
That's simply a difficult tightrope walk to stay in bounds on a catch that far downfield. What an effort. Just too difficult a play to make.
On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. Oh, what a stiff arm! And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. They're set up at the 35 now. Darnold. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So 2nd down coming up. This, our last play of the quarter. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. A touchdown aside in that frame as the Steelers go to a dime set. Must be thinking pass on this 3rd down. Couple additional DBs brought in. Jones once more. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Desperation time here on 4th. And they pick him off again. And the Steelers have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 37. Austin's there to haul it in. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down. Warren here from the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Steelers with a 10-point advantage. Second and goal coming up from the 7. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, that was all about the eyes. You've got to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender and make sure you know where that throw is going. And when it does, you got to react and knock it away. That is well done.
Taken in by Harris. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
I got to be honest, it hurts a little extra when it comes on 3rd down, but it really doesn't matter what down it is. A completed pass is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Offensively, that's a failure. Defensively, that's a success. That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Vikings out of the hurry-up need everyone back to the line. And he must have overlooked the linebacker there because he was right in the way to swat it away and bring out the incompletion. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throwing now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. Dicker connects there. The flag is down, though, so let's see if this kick stands or not. So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Now Boswell on to send this away. Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's Darnold to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Steelers return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home. 5
interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
And I guess they've had enough of this possession. They've got the punter out there on 1st down. Got 46 on his first punch, so this one's pushing a little more distance. And this one's going to approach the 10, but looks like it's down right at the 13-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. Down a couple of scores. Those 2 timeouts they've got left are going to be crucial. Here's 1st down. Trying to push it deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
That's good. For the Vikings, first down. First and 10.
They'll throw it again. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Still sticking with the passing game. Throwing deep for the end zone. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
You know, down here in the red zone where there's a touchdown on the line, you really want to read the quarterback's eyes as a defender. Make sure you know where that throw is going and get in position to swat it away. That is well done.
To throw. Put the body on the line for his team. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. They have themselves another first and 10. They are throwing it again. And there's our last stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Steelers make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. Well, Brock, we knew they were confident in the lead-up, that they could contend despite the hostile crowd they were going to face today. And boy, did they ever. Once they got going, they showed out. They backed up that confidence, and they leave here with a victory.
Oh, it takes so much work, Kate. So much work, even beyond what people hear about through the week or see in the game itself, to overcome somebody defending their home field. You need to be playing at your highest level, and you need to BYOE. Bring your own energy. Whenever you take it on the road and you win one, gosh, it feels so good. What a signature victory.
Check it out. Hit you with no delay into what you saying, yo. Silly with your ice grilly with the dilly, yo. When I be on the mic, yes, I do my duty, yo. While up in the club like we while in the studio. You know when to violate, baby, really and truly, yo. My main thug, villain ain't Julio, he moody, yo. Type of brother that it with the real shook, scared to death, act, yo. X that, look at shorty, she a little cutie, yo. The way she make me wanna get all in the, yo. Top mistress of the videos. While I'm with my freak like we up in the freak shows. Hit you with the make you feel it all in your toes. Hot, got all my people in red clothes. Metaphors when I formulate my flows. If you don't know, you're messing with lyrical player pros. Do like you really wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands with my eyes to see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, ain't gonna be trust.
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Smash, red, set, drill, green, rail, yellow, pause, red.
A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Young, he's going to change it up.
6, mega, huge, yellow.
Second down, another chance for Hubbard. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Now Young on 4th down. Buying time to his left. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Throwing, Young. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Young now. Forced out to his left. They find some open field here. And Young will slide to the ground safely as he picks up the 1st down as well. It looks like they'll move things around here. It's Young off play action. Rolling to his left. That's going to be caught. Touchdown Panthers. And Xavier Legette, 27 yards. And the Panthers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard it, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. Oh, able to avoid him. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They go play action. Daniels. That is caught. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Robinson up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
This has a feeling of a back-and-forth game, and we've seen that in evidence already with each of these teams' opening drives. This is what you call a quick answer, as they go down the field in no time flat and finish with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And just shedding him off there. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Blaster, stay. Set, hut.
Young to throw it. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. 7-7, our score after one. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Ready up. Down. Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. Got a man, that's Ligon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Young here, you can see, changing the play.
Black Ultra. Field, black. Ready?
2nd and 2. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And once again, this is Sanders. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown ground. And the Panthers have taken the lead.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. On the catch, it's Crowder. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw is Daniels. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. He's got his target. That's complete. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Daniels. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11 now. Daniels looking to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Mustang 19.
Throwing now is Daniels. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Running on first down, Eckler. Shreds the tackle, and out of bounds right around the 20. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Ready? Hot 70, hot.
Play action, now it's Daniels. A quick throw there is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, and it's 3rd down and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here we go.
Now Daniels. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To the air goes Daniels. Touchdown! Brian Robinson Jr. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And Raheem Blackshear now to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Slide, 97.
Now here's Young. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Here we go.
Now Young. Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E! From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Smash, red. Set.
Young to throw it. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. On play action. Young sliding out of the pocket. Caught by Trimble. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 22. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Young. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown Brown. And the Panthers answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. That is caught. And he will have a Panther first down. And it is celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
17. Here we go. Sack. Ready.
A give up the middle. Hubbard. Oh, a heck of a move. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. Now a 3rd and 6.
Watch out now. 50 series. Opposite. Green.
Try to take this home. They'll run. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
On the ready. Ready.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt. Daniel's going to try and throw for it. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.
The broken glass of a bottle makes a Jagger rock. Right now I got 2 shaky hands, only one way to stop. And I haven't touched it for 7 hours, 3 minutes. Hardly up, already wanna quit quitting. Sweating in an old church basement, wishing I was. Never thought I'd say this.
Hello, my name's Jason.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here felt the same defeat. Nobody walks through these doors on a winning streak. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. river can't look at me cause he's guilty. And I swear that the last couple months that tried to kill me. By the time I saw it coming, it was done with already. It's hard to run from it when it runs in the family. A problem with 1,000 more it's causing. Damn, it's exhausting. This is why I walked in.
Thanks for letting me share, y'all.
And I've been losing myself, I've been losing my mind. And I've been standing in the rain just trying to stay. I was so ashamed to be in this seat till I met a man who was 20 years. He said everybody here's felt